Namaste, a very warm welcome to day 19. I have already told you that health is not dependent on one thing. If you only exercise or if you only drink enough water, you can't be healthy. It's an interplay of lot of aspects. So today we are going to discuss about one of the most important aspects of having a healthy life. So let's get started. Eating right. Yes, on day 19, we are talking about how to eat, what to eat, and what are the important things that we have to remember to have a healthy eating habit. So let's get started. A quick follow up. Hope you're keeping a tab on your phone dependency. If you have not already done the D-Day, the digital detox day, please plan it, slot it, and do it. And for all those who have done it, it's a great thing you have done. I hope you have decided your next date for the D-Day. With that, I'm sure all of us have now realized how dependent we are on phone. Once we realize that, we can work on overcoming it. How has been your experience with law of attraction? We dedicated 4 days for this because that is how important it is. So keep applying it and make it a practice for your life. And how is your communication skills now? We spoke about how we can put across a point to our family members in a way that they will take it, in a way that they will cooperate and listen to you. With in-laws, with spouse, I'm sure you're talking in a way that would not offend them and in a way that you seek for solution rather than being nagging or criticizing. And with children, of course, we have been talking about being gentle with them, respectful, and talk to them in a way that they'll feel important. Explain things to them. So we have discussed a lot on this. I hope you're implementing it. And if you're implementing, I'm sure you're also seeing changes in the way you interact with your family and the way they respond to you, right? Now, what is healthy eating? This is common sense, right? We actually know what healthy eating is, but the problem comes when we have to practice it. So what's your eating habit? Write it down in the book. Are you a healthy eater? If yes, write down, yes, I am a healthy eater. If not, write, I am not a healthy eater. And whatever it is, we'll look at how to become better. Don't you already know what healthy eating habits are? Now, I want you all to pause this video for 5 minutes and write down about what you think is healthy eating habit, what is good for health and what is not good for health. Right now, don't postpone this, okay? Pause this video now, go write down and I shall wait here. I hope you have written it down. And most of the times, these are the points we already know and it looks more like common sense. Homemade food is healthy. We know that, right? Junk is to be avoided. Fruits and vegetables are good. These are the most basic things that anyone will know. What's the point in knowing a lot of things in life without its application? So I say that knowledge, when not applied, is useless. For example, what is the use if you have done your MBBS degree or a doctor, but when somebody is sick, you don't want to go help him, go treat him? Your degree will mean nothing if you're not applying it, right? Only when there is a patient who needs help, you go and help him overcome his problem, is when your knowledge has come to use. Otherwise, your MBBS degree is useless. So the same way, the same thing applies everywhere. Knowledge without application, any learning without application is useless. It doesn't just mean you have to try out everything. Knowing something is bad and not trying it is also a knowledge well used. So if you want to be healthy, if you want to have a healthy lifestyle, if you want your kids to have a healthy lifestyle, then you should start having a healthy lifestyle. Because you need to inspire your kids. They are going to spend many more years with you in your house, right? In your nest. And in that time, if you're not setting a good example, If you're not eating healthy, but expecting the same from the kids, it doesn't make any sense, right? So practice before you preach. Remember the story of Jaggery that I told you during the boot camp? Remember the story always, okay? Now, how to eat? Time is very important. It's important to have set time for breakfast, lunch, and dinner mainly. And even the snacks time, it would be great if you can set a slot for it. And every day to eat at the same time will let your body know what to expect. And all the juices and all the secretions that has to happen for your good digestion will happen automatically at this time. So it will work optimally. Remember to sit and eat. We are in this fast lifestyle where everything happens fast. That's how the fast food concept came, right? Now in the hotels, we don't even sit and eat. There's a provision to stand and eat because we want to finish it soon. We want to get going. We want to, be fast in everything. Like I said, food is the most important aspect of your health. What you eat is what you become, right? So if you can't respect food, if you can't give that little time in the whole day for you to sit and enjoy your meal, then what is the point in earning? Answer this question for yourself. Why do we earn? The first most basic thing we earn for is food, right? We earn so that we can eat peacefully. But we earn so much, we give all our time and attention on earning, and at the end of the day, we forget that we are earning to eat a good meal, a peaceful meal. So we end up hogging something mindlessly and go to bed. So the next time you're trying to finish your food fast, remind yourself that you live because of the food you eat and you earn to procure this. Be mindful when you're eating. What is mindful? Being completely aware of what you're doing, giving complete attention to whatever task you're doing is called being mindful. So when you're eating, concentrate completely on eating. Use all your five sense organs. See the food. Look at how beautiful it is. What is the color of it? What is the texture of it? So see and enjoy through your eyes. Smell the food. How does it smell? We can even identify the ingredients that has been put into the recipe, right? By smelling. So enjoy the smell of the food. And you can also hear when you're eating something, you can hear some sounds. The crunchy sound of a papad, or when you break a carrot, or when you bite a cucumber, the sound that comes out. So enjoy the sound. Touch and feel the texture of the food. This is exactly why in India we follow eating with hand. It is amazing because we want to use all our five senses. So touch the food, feel the food. Is it hot? Is it warm? Is it squishy? Is it hard? So understand the texture of the food and enjoy the food with the touch too. And eat it. And when you eat it, you taste the food. So enjoy it. What happens these days is we are so used to doing other things while eating. What happens these days is that we are so used to using other things while eating or not being aware that we won't even know if we have finished eating. We just gobble up something and finish it, right? So now when you're giving all your mindfulness into it and using all your sense organs and enjoying it through everything, every bite is going to feel so special. Every bite is going to feel so much more tasty. I bet you'll observe this once you start practicing this. So try it today, okay? No TV or phone while eating. This is the worst thing you can do. In olden days, they would warn us not to talk while eating. In my language, they would say something like, "ಊಟ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಡ, ತಿಂದಿದ್ ಮೈಗೆ ಹತ್ತದಿಲ್ಲ." I don't know how exactly to translate that, but to try, don't talk while eating. The food won't get into your body. It will just pass through your digestive system without your body being able to absorb the nutrients in it. So it is very true. When you're distracted, when you're not relishing your food, when you're not enjoying your food, you can't make best use of the food that you're eating. Even if you're eating the healthiest food, but are distracted, it can't give you the same nutrients it would give. if you enjoyed eating or if you were mindful while eating. So enjoy your food. No talking and chew the food. All of us want everything so fast that we want to eat and finish it also fast so that we'll have more time to do other things. But it is very important to chew the food. Our teeth are made to grind, right? So the major grinding should happen in the mouth. What we do, we chew 1 or 2 times and swallow it, and we are overburdening our digestive system because it then takes more time and effort to break down the food in the stomach. My holistic healing professor says that it's important to chew every bite at least 33 times. 32 times for your 32 teeth and 1 for your tongue. When you chew like this, the food comes to a paste consistency and any food will turn to be sweet. Avoid water while eating food. It's okay to take 1 or 2 sips, but don't have glass full of water. So remember to drink as less as water or no water while eating. And then after 2 hours, we have discussed this in water therapy. After 2 hours, we are allowed to drink loads of water. Enjoy and be grateful. Like I said, it's very important to enjoy your food. And when you're eating, be grateful that you have food to eat. This is why we have the practice of saying prayers before we eat food. We thank God for providing us food. So when you're grateful for what you have, you know that we'll attract more of it, right? So I was talking about the importance of eating food on time. Here is a Chinese organ clock, and you can see as to how each organ is active at a specific period of time in a day. It doesn't mean that it's not working on other parts of the day, but it's extremely active and doing its role to its optimal at this time. So in this chart, you can see that the best time to have breakfast is between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. Have you observed we have the longest gap between dinner and breakfast? This is because we sleep at least for 7 to 8 hours in the night. On other parts of the day, we don't give as much gap between the meals. This is why it's called as breakfast, because you're fasting throughout the night, and so in the morning, you're breaking the fast. So if you're someone who is eating at 10 a.m., 11 a.m., it's not good. If it is not possible for you to have breakfast that early, at least have some dry fruits or fruits by 7 a.m. And by 9 a.m., make sure you have your breakfast. And you can see between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. is the right time to have lunch. And dinner should be anywhere between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. Avoid eating anything after 7 p.m. as we'll go to bed and the digestion process will become difficult. So you need to have at least 2 hours of awake time after having your dinner. In case you feel hungry later in the night, you can just have some healthy snacks like dry fruits, fruits, or raw vegetables. And here you can also see it is very important to go to sleep before 11 p.m. because after that, all the organs that are active need you to be resting while they are optimal. And again, 5 to 7 a.m. is a good time to wake up, release bowels, and meditate. We are already doing that, right? And some of you have told me that as you're waking up early, it's becoming difficult and you'd feel like taking a nap. First 21 days, I would ask you to avoid, but after a week or at least 10 days, when the practice is set, you can consider sleeping between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. That's a good time to take a nap. If you're watching this on mobile and if you can't read it all clearly, I shall send this picture on WhatsApp, so have a look there. This gives you a lot of idea as to what to follow throughout the day and also why it is important that we follow this routine. A simple mantra, guys. Remember this. Eating unhealthy food, which is made at home, is healthier than eating healthy food outside. The so-called healthy food. They claim to be healthy, right? We see all boards saying we have healthy that, we have healthy option for this, we have pani puri made of Bisleri water. I'm not saying you should never eat outside, but try and avoid it as much as possible. But if you have decided to be healthy, you know what to do. How to decide? Ask these simple questions. Did my grandmother eat this? We have a lot of healthy options now saying oats is good for health or kiwi fruits are good for health. So whatever the media or the current trend is portraying as healthy food, we fall for it, right? So the next time you're confused, ask yourself, did your grandmother eat this? Or whatever the new age considers to be unhealthy, even those are supposed to be healthy. Like they say, ghee is not good, but it has been proven that ghee is a great source of fat for the body and it really helps in strengthening the joints. It has enormous health benefits when you eat the right kind of ghee and when you know how to eat it right. So this question can answer a lot of questions that you have and help you choose the right option. Is it homemade? Like I said, homemade unhealthy food is better than outside healthy food. Is it region and season specific? The nature is so beautiful that it creates food for a particular region in a way that it serves the best for people of that region. This is why it's so important to eat what is grown around us than trying to follow what a foreign country follows or what is in trend today. Why is that not all fruits grow throughout the year? In summer, we need a lot of water. So we have watermelon, which contains more than 80% of water. So like this, every fruit is meant for something. And these days, all the fruits are available all through the year. And when somebody asked me, why is it unsafe? I gave a simple example. Why is it not okay to deliver a baby at 5th month or 6th month? It has to complete its term, right? So the same way, a fruit has to complete its term and grow naturally in the natural atmosphere. So when it grows naturally and ripens, that is the time for us to eat. But now they use all technology or chemicals or everything that is required to produce the fruits all through the year. So the next time when you want to buy something that you eat, ask if it is regional and ask if it is seasonal. Again, you don't have to completely restrict yourself. Once in a while to try and eat what you like is perfectly fine. Is it packed? Guys, when we cook something in the house, how long do you think you can keep it and use it? We don't feel like eating yesterday's rice. And even if you keep it in the refrigerator, you can't save it for a very long time. But all the products that are packed have at least 6 months, 1 year shelf life. How is that? Clearly, they're using a lot of preservatives, chemicals that are not good for the intake. So let this not be your main course of food. To learn more about healthy eating habits and what are the foods that you can give to your kids, I would highly suggest you to read this book. It's called Notes for Healthy Kids by Ruchita Divekar. She's a celebrity nutritionist. It's a great read. I highly recommend it. Now for kids, set rules. What are the things that they can eat? When can they eat it? Even if junk is allowed, when is it allowed? So when you set rules like this, you don't have to negotiate every time, you don't have to fight every time. You will know what the rules are, the kids will know what the rules are, and you both can work on following it. I remember a Maggie story where I saw a mother feeding 6 months old baby Maggie. She would say that he doesn't eat anything else, so I'm feeding him Maggie. 6 months is the time when the child has just begun eating. And if you introduce unhealthy food like this, one day you'll come up complaining that my child does not eat anything healthy. So when kids eat a lot of junk, ask yourself how the practice started. It is better to have a check on it initially than to worry about it later. Don't generalize. I hear many people saying, my kid doesn't eat anything at all. He doesn't eat vegetables at all. He doesn't like fruits at all. Instead, ask what your kid likes, even in fruits, even in vegetables. Try new things. Healthy snacks. When you're saying no to junk, you should keep healthy alternatives. So think of all the things that you can give to your kids when they ask you for snacks. Nuts, vegetables, raw or cooked, you can try and see what your kids like. Fruits, jaggery sweets. Instead of using sugar, you can make sweets out of jaggery. Even better if you can bring back all the traditional sweets that your grandmother and mother prepared. For those kids who like chips and crunchy stuff, try papads and fryings. There are many snacks that you can make and store. The puffed rice seasoning or the flattened rice seasoning, that you can save for like a week or 15 days. It will be fine. So look for recipes and try all this. Seeds and coconut, like pumpkin seeds, lotus seeds, dry coconut or raw coconut, the tender coconut water. So if you want your kids to eat healthy, you have to invest some time in providing healthy food for them. So now, how to make cooking easy? I am a person who can't stay in the kitchen for hours. I have seen few people who spend their whole day cooking breakfast and lunch and dinner. I really respect them because if they are enjoying doing it, it's perfectly fine. But for me, I always had this practice. I keep a vessel on the stove, I put oil in it, and while it's getting heated, I chop the onions. And once I put the onions, it will take some time for the onions to get roasted. By then, I cut tomatoes. And then I put tomatoes and do something else. Like this, you save a lot of time. What you can do is you can outsource. When you know you're not having enough time to make healthy food, hire a cook who can come and do things the way you want using healthy ingredients from your house. You will also be sure that she's clean because she'll wash and do everything in front of your eyes, but she'll do the work. Or if you do not like others cooking, you can have someone for help where they chop the vegetables, grate the coconut, and keep everything ready for you, and you can be the one to cook. So, like this, when you have help, it is easier for you to love it and experiment. Don't look at cooking as something that you have to do. Instead, choose to take it as your service for the family. Your kids and your whole family and yourself, you're all going to get healthy when you eat healthy and tasty food. So start enjoying it. The moment you decide to enjoy cooking, the whole game is going to change. And experiment. If you're bored of cooking the same thing every day, look into new recipes and try something new. Pick what you would like to eat and try cooking that. Menu planner. It's very important that we plan the menu for the week or for 15 days so that we don't have to really bother each day of what we are going to cook tomorrow. Of course, when there is a situation, and if you want to change whatever is there in your menu planner and cook whatever you want, it's perfectly fine. But having a plan will make you feel more equipped and you don't have to really worry about what to cook every single day. Let it be a collective decision. This is what I do at home. We always think about what our kids like or what our spouse like, and we cook accordingly. Recently, I asked myself, if I keep cooking for them, who will cook for me? When will I eat what I want to eat? This is the realization that we should have because remember, we have believed and we have accepted that we are important. So it's important for us to be happy too. So this is what I follow at home. When I plan the menu, I ask the kids for their opinion too. One day it would be my first son's favorite food. The second day it would be my little son's favorite food. The third day it would be my favorite food. And fourth day it would be my husband's favorite food. And then the cycle continues. Like this, everyone will get a chance to eat what they like. And when the child says that he doesn't like a breakfast, say, today is not your turn. You can eat it if you like it. Or you can skip breakfast and eat fruits or vegetables or any dry fruits or whatever is available at home. But a separate meal will not be cooked for them. In some families, they prepare varieties of food. Like that, you're letting the child know that if he doesn't like something, he'll be provided with something else. And this won't happen throughout his life, right? There will come situations, not in food, any other situation, where whatever is provided to him, maybe he won't like it or she won't like it. So you don't have to always provide an alternative, right? When you are giving a chance for the kid to choose, the kid will also take responsibility of letting others get whatever they like cooked too, and he should be able to adjust with that and eat whatever is made that day. Affirmation. Start telling yourself, I love cooking. I love cooking. It is very easy to cook. It is very easy to cook. And I am an expert in cooking. And everything I cook turns out to be amazing. I cook tasty food. Everyone loves my cooking. So use affirmations like this so that everything will start manifesting the way you want it. And now I'm going to give you a life changer, or rather call it your kitchen life changer. OPOS, one pot, one shot. This is a revolutionary cooking technique which was captained by Mr. Ramakrishnan. And I shall share the link of it below. Have a look at it. And it's a game changer. OPOS, one pot, one shot. This is a revolutionary cooking technique which I believe was designed by a group of people, and it is captained by Mr. Ramakrishnan. It is a great game changer for you because you're going to spend much less time in the kitchen than you have been spending. It is fast, it is easy, healthy, and it is tasty. What more can we ask for? Why OPOS? Here are a few reasons as to why you need to try OPOS. Have a look for yourself. And this is what OPOS does. So guys, I want you to check it out today. And if possible, if you have a 2-liter cooker, start the journey right now. It is very easy, but remember to go step by step. There are lessons, so practice one lesson after other lesson. There is no way that you can fail. There is also a support group. If you find any difficulties after following all these lessons, they'll help you. I'll be sharing the link of the Facebook group too. There is an app that you can download. I shall share all the information in the below link. They also have something called 100 days transformation, and I see amazing results where people have lost a lot of weight in a healthy way. You don't have to try it right away. I would first recommend to use the OPOS techniques and do all the lessons and try out new recipes, be active in that group and see how much this can help you. You're going to thank me later for this. So what are the challenges that we face? My child doesn't listen to me. He doesn't follow the rules. First, have you set the right rules? And do you follow it yourself? If you're someone who is not eating healthy, you can't expect the child to be eating healthy.
And if you have let the child have unhealthy habits, you can't change it suddenly, completely.
Remember, take the steps and not the lift. Overcoming temptations. So if you have temptations yourself, how to overcome it? Don't stock unhealthy food at home, because when you have it in reach, every time you see it, you'll feel tempted to eat it. So avoid getting a lot of junk and storing it in your kitchen. Have a limit on outside eating. Like I said, you don't have to completely stop eating outside, but set rules there. Weekly once, would you eat outside, or how often do you want to do it? How many times would you allow your kids to have junk? So setting rules is very important. Healthy, tasty alternatives. So when you don't want to buy junk food, you can't tell your child that he has nothing to eat. So instead, you have to provide some healthy alternatives. I already gave you some ideas as to what can be used as healthy snacks. You can consider that, or even research more on this and find your own answers. De-addiction. We have spoken about de-addiction and how to get de-addicted in an elaborated way. So you can use the same techniques to get de-addicted from your food addiction. Believe that you can do it. The moment you say, oh, I'm so used to sweets, I can't live without eating sweets every day. Oh, I love junk, I'm so used to it. Oh, I can't live without Maggie. So change this thought first. Decide for yourself if you want to be healthy. And if you have made a decision to be healthy, you need to do everything to get that into action and to achieve it, right? So believe that you can do it. Use affirmations and say, I am a healthy eater. I am healthy. So when you do this, it becomes more achievable. So today's task, guys, make a list of healthy snacks and what your kids like. So first have a list of everything that you think is healthy. Then look into what are the things that your kids like in that list, and make a list as to what are the things that you would want to give to the child and try to see if the child likes it or not. Plan your weekly menu. Have a plan, a general plan first, and as you go, you can change it the way you want and see what suits the best for you and your family. No sugar, no junk diet. Can you do it, guys? Do you want to take this as a challenge? Let me tell you my story. I was someone who loves sweets. From childhood, I've had a sweet tooth, and I always craved for sweets. But the day I decided to change that is the day I realized how dangerous the sugar is. It is considered to be a poison. It is that harmful for the body. When I read this, I was shocked, but it was not easy for me to decide on letting go of it. I thought of trying and I decided to do it for a week. 1 week passed, it was a little difficult, but I tried to replace with a little jaggery whenever I felt the temptation. And at the end of 1 week, I saw how my craving had come down. And after that, I started noticing the change in the texture of my skin. It suddenly started looking more vibrant. I went on for 1.5 months. I had to attend a wedding, a close relative's wedding, so I ate sweet on that day. But after that, my craving has reduced to a great extent, and I eat sugar whenever I'm outside. Somebody offers me some sweet when I can't completely avoid it.
Or when I feel like eating it. Any day that I want to go back to not eating it, I can stop eating it. I had clearly overcome my addiction.
So, can you pick one day from today, this time to tomorrow, this time? You will have no junk and no sugar. If you're able to achieve that, try to push it to 2 days, 3 days, a week, 15 days, a month. You'll start seeing that it's not all that difficult and you'll start feeling great. So the first two list, I want you to click a picture and share it on the group and then make a healthy snack. If you have time today, if it is not too late already, try doing something out of the things that you have listed and share the picture on the WhatsApp group. If not today, please do it tomorrow. That's a good start, right? And once you start, how you want to take it forward is left to you. But let's start with one healthy snack and try OPOS. Check it out, check their support group, check their application. And if you have a 2-liter cooker, I want you to do the first 2 lessons today, right? Make a note of all this so you don't miss anything. So that's it for today, guys. Hope that was informative. I hope you'll start enjoying your food. I hope you'll get the healthiest food all your life. And I hope you'll be grateful for it and take time to relish it. Let this be an amazing start to your new life with healthy eating habit and hence a healthy lifestyle. So enjoy your food today and see what a difference it makes. Have an amazing day, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, take care.